Hey guys, so I'm live at Centurion and I have a special guest with me. I've waited so long to talk to him again because we haven't been able to catch up. He's been all around the world, traveling, etc., with broadcasting and doing those type of things. First and foremost, welcome to the show again. Ashwell, it's great to talk to you. How are you doing?
I'm good, thanks, brother. It's good to be back on the show.
Yeah, so let's just talk a little bit about the Proteas. I haven't actually spoken to you about them in a very long time. It's an interesting test match between the two sides. Can I first talk to you about the Centurion wicket, first and foremost, and what your thoughts are about it? Because there's been a little bit of fans saying that it's maybe a flat wicket, others are saying no, it's not, and there's been a little bit of confusion around it. So, what has been your analysis of it so far?
I think there's been a good contest between bat and ball. I'm really struggling. I think all of the commentators and former players who have played quite a bit of cricket here is struggling to put a finger on why is it that the final session of every day has produced so many wickets, or why so many wickets have fallen during the final session. We felt that on the morning of day one there was a good covering of grass, even covering of grass. It wasn't too green, it was almost looking a little bit like a day two, the color where it was a little bit brown. So I still think it's a good pitch. 341 South Africa, if it wasn't for that run out of the Zorzi, could easily have scored closer to 450, 500. But West Indies fought back well, and then obviously South Africa got quite a formidable bowling attack as well, and they did the business as well in the first innings and now in the second innings to date where things stand.
What do you think is the toughest thing for youngsters coming into a new, fresh team, obviously playing Test cricket? What is the toughest thing? Because you also at a period when you came into the team and you were a new person as well. So, what sort of advice can you give to the newer guys in the team to how they can adjust to Test cricket?
I think the main thing is to believe in yourself. So, and that sometimes when you come into a higher level, from a domestic level, you're stepping up into a higher level into Test cricket, you can often doubt yourself and ask questions about whether the things that you do at the lower level is going to withstand or going to be good enough to be successful at Test level. And it's about believing in that ability, that what you got, your qualities in terms of your technique, your qualities in terms of your character and your makeup, that if it's good enough to be successful at domestic level, and your efforts have been recognized there, and therefore you've been selected to a higher level, is to trust those characteristics and those skills, and to believe in yourself. And sometimes you just tend to think that it's going to be harder, and maybe I have to change this and I have to change that because I'm moving up a level. For me, it's always just been cricket. Yes, when you move up, every time you move up a level, whether that goes from under 17s to 19s and then to semi-professional cricket and then to first class and then to ultimately Test level, every time you move up, the level does move up a little bit, but it's small things that change really. You as a batter, for instance, the only thing that really changes is that you get a lower percentage of bad balls. You don't get a high percentage of bad balls. You get a higher percentage of good balls, meaning that for every Test match batsman, if you want to simplify things, everything starts with a good defence. So if you have a good defence and you trust that defence, you can score runs at Test match level, and that's the basis of where you begin in Test cricket.
What I've noticed also domestically, of course, and with youngsters specifically in red ball cricket, there's less and less opportunities for them to play red ball cricket. Obviously, semi-pro has changed around now. There's no 3-day cricket. Club cricket, there's no more 2-day cricket. So coming straight out of school, they get thrown into white ball cricket. That's the first thing kind of that they try to find and do. So what sort of advice can you give to the youngsters on how they can prepare themselves for red ball cricket?
Seek it out. If you're a talented player, every talented youngster, you are sort of, some are blessed with a lot more attacking abilities than others. Some are blessed with solid technique and can bat long. He's got long periods of concentration. And if you're that guy, you got to seek out those opportunities. Where are they? In terms of, if you come from a province that's loaded with top batsmen and you're not gonna get in immediately, be prepared to move somewhere else where you can. And if it means move to a second division team, pile on the runs there. The best thing that you can do for yourself is have 2 or 3 first division provinces sort of getting into a bidding war to try and get your services. Not that it's about the money, it's about you proving that you are somebody who can bat for long periods of time, put hundreds on the board. And when that's the case, people want your services, and ultimately you want to go where you can get game time. As a youngster, your most valuable commodity is game time. It's not, it's not about which province is willing to spend the most money to get my services. You want to go to a place where you can get a lot of game times, where you can show what you're capable of doing.
So you're in a new wing of your career right now. I've been enjoying your commentary. So the broadcasting commentary.
Well, you have to say that now.
No, I'm serious. I would have told you maybe that if I did it, but I am enjoying it, especially your insights when it comes to international cricket. I mean, you're very experienced and you've seen everything with regards to domestic cricket, the step up, and as well as Test cricket and coaching as well. How are you enjoying it? And is it different type of pressure to facing that fast bowlers that you used to face in your career?
Yeah, it's really enjoyable. In terms of pressure, I don't think there's much pressure at all. I mean, obviously, the only things that you have to try and get used to is wearing these earpieces, and obviously the producers being in your ear all the time while you're trying to make your point. You're listening to somebody in your ear, and kind of trying to hear what he's saying, and sometimes you pause your own story, so just getting that flow going, but really enjoying the commentary and watching the game from a different angle and a different perspective. And obviously the same things apply. I mean, you're part of a team. As a player, you want to make that the best team possible, and what you put out as a team, you want to put out obviously a good performance. And it's the same. Really, we work as a team, and we try and make the production as smooth as possible and try to put a good product forward for the viewer.
Thanks a lot, Ashwell. This was enjoyable.
A pleasure, man. Great to join you again.
Thank you.